Relaxing into each other is letting all your guards down, right? It's letting all your guards down and just completely opening yourself up to your partner.
It's Yuntaku time with Akko and Tamo.
What does Yuntaku mean? It's an Okinawan word from the islands of Okinawa, which means chit-chat. We want to invite you to our kitchen table and include you in our chit-chat to explore new ways of thinking, to welcome different perspectives,
And we want to share ideas on how to love yourself, love your partner, and shower your children with love.
This is episode 7.
And the topic of the day is setting aside couple time and date night. But before we get to that, let's talk about our recent happenings. So yesterday we went to test drive a Tesla, and man, how was the experience?
Oh, that was so fun, wasn't it?
Super fun.
And in the beginning, we were planning to go test drive a Tesla, just the two of us. And we wanted to take the baby car seat just to make sure it fits well.
Yeah, and see how much room we have and what kind of space we have to deal with.
And then we were looking for a babysitter, and the timing didn't really work out that well. So we decided to take our daughter with us.
Yes.
And yeah, it was really fun.
Super fun, super fun. She was enjoying it a lot.
I know. So for those who have a Tesla or been in a Tesla, who know the acceleration potential of Teslas, those things are very fast.
Super fast.
And in the beginning, I was pretty worried that she would be scared, but wow, after the acceleration, she was like, more, right?
Yeah, she was signing more. And I was like, oh my God, it's so funny.
And as soon as she got in, we test drove the Model Y and then Model S. And the Model Y, for those of you that know, whole top roof is pretty much glass. And so you can see everything. And our daughter was saying, wow, the whole time. That was pretty funny.
Time. Mama was pretty excited. It was really like pretty grand because it's, you're not used to it. So you're like, wow.
Especially sitting in the back, right? You really feel that.
And then how was a Model S?
I really love the Model S. For those, again, that know the Tesla line, the Model S is a car that's a little aged, especially in terms of the body style, just because they haven't changed the body style for a while. But inside it, I really liked it. It was quite nice. I really liked the interior.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice touches.
The headliner was really nice. It was all black. And then the leather interior, I really liked it.
Yeah, super soft. Kind of hugs you in a sense.
Yeah. And you can tell like the ride itself was a lot more smoother.
Yeah.
And it felt
Luxurious?
stable.
Stable.
Like compared to the Model Y, which was, you can hear a lot more of the road noise. And although the interior, we rode in one that had the white interior.
Yeah,
white
so it was
leather.
really nice.
Yeah.
So the Model Y, our Tesla guy was saying that it's a lot more minimalist. So everything, when you would have like a button on the window or a chair or anything, everything's actually on the screen. So that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. A lot of it was on the screen, and yeah, they got rid of a lot of the buttons. But I think once you get used to it, it'd be really intuitive, and and so yeah, we test drove both of them. I got to test drive both, and you got to test drive the Model Y. What did you think of that?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, just the speed of it. When you accelerate and you're like, whoa, you go from like 0 to, I don't even know how fast I was going, but it was really cool.
And and it was really fun to see our daughter enjoying it too.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe she was enjoying it a little too much,
I
right?
I know. It honestly felt like a roller coaster, like that feeling you get at the pit of your stomach. Like you have that same feeling because you're going that fast. And so it was really cool to experience that in just a regular car.
Yeah. And to me, it felt like, because I was in the driver's seat when that was happening, it felt like a rocket taking off.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to start flying or something, but yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. In a sense, I wish kind of that we were able to test drive the other two. And, maybe in the future we will, just because we are looking for kind of a family car, right? And the Model S, yes. Model Y, yes. They would work. No problem. It would work, but it would be nice to have a little bit more space.
Yeah, it would.
And so we would love to test drive the Model X in the future. So we'll see how that pans out. But with COVID, they allowed us to drive
by ourselves. So that was kind of cool.
But they still have a lot of control just because they can start and probably stop the car over the air.
Yes. So that's kind of cool. Like this guy just calls another guy saying, hey, can you start the car? And then it just starts.
Yeah. So
there's no keys.
So yeah, that's something that we've been quite excited about, and it was a really fun outing. And I think for both of us, Mama and Dada, it was nice to get out and do something different for a change.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So it's kind of like going ATVing, but like on steroids, like, way better.
Yeah, it was fun. So let's get into the topic of the day today.
Yeah. So again, it's setting aside couple time and date night. And so what couple time is spending quality time with each other, being there for each other, and giving undivided attention to each other without any distractions. So no phones, no gadgets, no TV of any sort. And date night is usually scheduled in advance. And with this whole COVID thing, it's been challenging to do that. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Finding a babysitter becomes more difficult. And even if it's people you know, there's a little bit of apprehension depending on the situation. Because for some people, they might not want to take care of your children just because of the situation and things like that. Or you might fear that they will catch COVID from elsewhere. So that's something that's been quite difficult. But what we've been doing is hanging out when our daughter goes to sleep.
Yeah, and it was great. Yesterday we had one and you feel much better. Like you're just relaxed. You feel good afterwards. You're just talking. You're just growing together and you're just sharing stories on a deeper level. It's not something that, not like what happened on a day-to-day basis, but it runs deeper as far as our values, or that's what we talk about.
Yeah, and things like what's been going on inside of us, right?
What we've been feeling.
Right. And the day-to-days are also important, but sometimes when we get too busy, we're taking care of our child, we have work to do, we have errands to run, we have things at home we have to do. There's so many things, and then we also have to keep in mind maybe family members or friends and things like that, and it gets overwhelmed with kind of the more surface level things.
Yeah.
And taking time for each other to ask questions and to get to know, to ask questions and to get to the root of what we're going through, I think is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we think it's so important to always have that time with each other. We don't do it that often anymore just because we're busy,
right.
But we try to do it whenever we get the chance.
Right. Yeah. And before we started recording, you had also mentioned that it's also important to take time for yourself too. Yes. And I totally agree with that.
Yes. I mean, me time is important as well.
Right.
Just as important. I mean, you need to take care of yourself first before you can really cultivate a relationship with another person.
Yeah. And so that's also where the communication comes in, and we always have to be checking in with each other. Okay, how are you doing? How am I doing? And then we can say, hey, okay, well, let's use today as me time, and then, or today, it's good for a couple time.
Yeah.
And it's slightly different than date night, because date night is usually scheduled in advance. We get to kind of go out and things like that. And unfortunately, we haven't had that.
No, we haven't. Yeah.
But we've been making it work.
Yeah.
And we take what we can get.
Exactly.
Right?
We really do.
So we try to make, again, when our daughter goes to sleep, or she's maybe taking a nap. Usually during the nap times, we need to do kind of like home errands and
clean up.
Yeah, exactly. Mainly it's cleaning up, and then we'll catch up with other small errands that we have to do, prepare that so we can do that at a later time or whatnot. What else have we been doing?
Yeah, so we always do our early evening stroll, and that's kind of considered couple time too, because our daughter is just in her car, and the car that we kind of push
car.
Push car. And so she's kind of enjoying the scenery, she's kind of enjoying her time in that car. So then we have our own us time as well. So, we get to kind of share what's going on in our lives during that time too.
Totally. And so we make it happen. And so, with that said, let's share some of the benefits that we experience with couple time. I mean, the benefits are plentiful, but some of the benefits that we want to share. And one of the benefits is that we get to share things that are deeper than what come up during the normal day-to-day activities, right? So like we were mentioning, not having to talk about errands or necessarily what happened at work, but we get to go a little deeper than that. How have we been doing inside? Physically, have we been feeling okay? Things like that. And so when we do have couple time, again, we get to share things that are much deeper than your day-to-day activities. And you want to share some of the things that we've been doing?
Yeah, so we usually talk about what we learned that day, like we're kind of taking this parenting class class. And so during that time, you're working. So I primarily listen to what's going on and I share with you what's going on. And, we learn about that. And then we kind of elaborate and we talk about those ideas and what our thoughts are, what could work with our daughter. And so we discuss what we learn, and you talk a lot about what's going on with you spiritually. And
things that I've been working on and bringing that to the table. And so with that, we get to have a taste of what you're learning and what I'm learning. I can share that with you. And it's been really nice. And when we have questions, so for example, you've been taking the parenting class and I feel like I'm taking it with you because you share with me what you've learned. And then we have questions. Right? And when we have questions, you contact the teacher and ask questions, and I think it's been nice feedback.
Yeah, it's great. I love the course. I love the course. And even when you share your what's going on, and it's a push for me too. Like, oh, okay, I need to start meditating a little more.
Right.
Or like, oh, okay, so it's a push for us to grow together.
Right, exactly. And on my end, I've been meditating, and through meditation I've been getting insights, and I share that insight with you, and we talk about it and kind of refine my insights together, and then we can take that insight and turn it into something that we can use practically in our day-to-day lives. And to me, it's been fantastic. I really feel the growth and the work that I've been doing through meditation. It's really coming out in our physical reality. And so I think and again, what you bring to the table with the learning about the parenting, we get to use it. We become
firsthand.
more conscious parents. Yeah.
So it's great. And you get to learn about what parents with older kids are going through. So then you're like, okay, this is what I have to, I guess, look forward to or watch out for, or see how we can handle the situation with that type of situation.
Completely. I totally agree with that because it's kind of like a roadmap, right? So if you have a roadmap, you're like, oh, okay, you're not as surprised. And okay, there's some pitfalls here. When they get to this age, they are kind of like this.
Exactly.
It makes it a lot more easier, and not only that, we can customize it to our daughter.
Exactly.
So super powerful.
So it's been great. So kind of going back to what our topic was, so those are the stuff that we share, and we just go deeper and deeper and deeper, and we really dig deep in our values and what we think.
And another benefit that you can have by having couple time is to keep the fire blazing, right? And sometimes you hear, oh, you can ignite that passion, but for us, it's more just keeping that fire ablaze. Right? And setting aside the time to love each other.
Yeah, it's great. And with that, we relax into each other. It just feels so good. I mean, I know some people might feel like it's cumbersome and, they use a lot of mind space. But for us, it's just even more like the more mind space we use, we're like, oh, this is great. And we just get to relax into each other.
Yeah. And another thing that I want to talk about with relaxing into each other is letting all your guards down, right? It's letting all your guards down and just completely opening yourself up to your partner.
100%.
And if it's done right and relax into each other, after just our couple time, you can feel it. Just the energy is lighter. We feel better. It's just, there is a distinct feeling that we get, right? And it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
And so going into another benefit is having fun, right? Having a laugh. It doesn't have to be all serious and things like that, but just releasing some steam with smiling at each other. Just have fun.
Yeah. Laughing is great, so it's good. Let's have fun.
Right. And just keep it light, and we make fun of each other. We make fun of the situation. And when I say make fun of each other, we're not looking down at each other, but we do funny things, and it's just all good.
Yeah, exactly.
No judgment. You just take it as it is. Yeah.
Exactly. And lastly, it's a time where we can appreciate each other even more so.
Right.
I mean, we appreciate each other on a daily basis, but it's on a much deeper level. You're just like, oh, this is so great. Like, I'm so happy to have you as my partner. So
definitely. And it's the same for me too. When I think of appreciate, recently I've been really thinking about the word appreciate, and appreciating each other actually appreciates each other. And what I mean by that is, just as a house value appreciates over time, or maybe a stock appreciates in value, things like that, I appreciate you with gratitude. I'm so grateful to have you as my partner. You've helped me so much, and I'm learning so much from you every single day. Just even yesterday when I was heading to work, I was so grateful that I have you in my life, and how you really teach me to get into touch with my heart, keep things light, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate appreciate it. I recognize it, and being able to share that with you gives me great joy. And so taking time to appreciate each other is one of the very powerful things that you can do during couple time.
Yeah. And likewise, I mean, I appreciate you, just everything. And I think that's one of the big reason why our relationship works. Because we do appreciate each other. We value each other, and we value everything about each other.
And I believe that that's also the reason we see growth, right? Because we are appreciating each other. So the value of each other is growing. And we experience the growth from the inside and the outside. And it's been a real fun experience all these years.
It has.
So what do you do for your couple time?
And we'd love to hear from you. So please comment on our YouTube channel by searching Yuntaku Time.
All right, till then, take care.
Bye.